EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Miami Dolphins. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Shoves him away. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Slot man moves right. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The Dolphins sit 6-3 on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
And some space here. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Trayvon Walker in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your 1st sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Adams, the man in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. The main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Second and 6. And he can't escape, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. He'll look to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will be taken at the 13. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Looking to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Back to throw now on first down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Pollard is in. Touchdown, Tennessee. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Daniel Carlson is set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And some room to work. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 30. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? Just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They pitch it out to Cook, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. The slot man in motion right. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Howard. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Tucker's kick is good. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of your father because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. To throw now on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The kick by Carlson is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple-option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And some room to run now. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
first and 10.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
So that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. They run the counter with Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get him the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Aaron Donald. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very low. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback when there's extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trait in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Up the middle, it's Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got Bellinger, and he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And it's a Titans touchdown. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Dolphins 10. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They go play action now. Jackson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, they really could have turned this one upside down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Can't get away, and he's taken down. DeForest Buckner drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. On now is the Titans punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. 166 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They run it again with Cook. And And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
That's caught by Howard. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the option right is Jackson. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Slot man moves right. Throwing. Jackson. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out. So they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
Toward the pylon, caught. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And no sweat, he puts it through. And we are tied here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win. Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Second and 9 now. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. And the
Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded at about the 28.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Going quickly out to the right side. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
How about that, partner? Not only a 4th down conversion in a tie game, a 4th down conversion in overtime in a tie game.
And so many factors go into making that call, and a lot of it is a head coach feeling the rhythm and understanding his team. Sometimes you think, okay, we better get this done right now. We might not have enough left if we let this game extend. Let's go get it, end it, and get a victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? Anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime.
And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here's Pollard again. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
The tackle made by Zion McCollum.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive...
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime.
So it's a win here for the Titans, and it was thanks in part to their man under center, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So for Tennessee, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.